Almost 20 years ago now, I worked for the Learning and Instructional Development Center at Simon Fraser University. And we pioneered what was then a very revolutionary course. It was called Say It on the Web. This was a course designed for professors to get comfortable being in front of video and put across their course plan, some of their experiments, literally experiment with putting their course online. And I have to tell you that 90% of the professors had no idea why that was important. Now remember, this was before YouTube. This was before every single person in the world can be their own television channel. It was before Skype and Zoom. And now it's become commonplace that we need to be able to show up on camera and feel comfortable in that new environment. That's really why this course was put together now, because now it's a foregone conclusion. Now we know we have to. But unfortunately, the same fears and trepidations about communicating online and being seen are there, just like they are when we have to get up in front of people. It's still the number one biggest fear of people, to be up in front of a group of people. And now, online, we have the potential of being in front of millions and millions of viewers. The rules of speaking live to an audience are actually very different than speaking live, because you are live, to your camera. Now you might be doing a Facebook Live presentation, or you might be pre-recording it, but the same thing is true. And I'll sum it up like this. I read it in an acting book, and it really helped me make a transition from being a theater actor to being a film actor. When you're on stage, live in front of people, it's necessary to project your persona, your personal energy, out to fill the entire space. And it's impossible to make eye contact with everybody at the same time. Although it's essential that you do make eye contact at different times with different people to make a point, to check in if they're really listening, to receive responses from people, to read the temperature of the audience. Essential. Some speakers are nervous about making eye contact, and they're afraid that they'll lose their place, so they might stare blankly at the back of the theater, or hide themselves in their notes and look up every now and then. When there's a camera in front of you, that's exactly the same as a pair of eyes sitting opposite you. There's no need to project your persona way out there, because the way out there is about a foot in front of your face. And if I'm talking to you the way I'm talking right now, you'll have the feeling that we have, in a sense, an intimate conversation. And every one of millions of people out there will have the feeling that I'm making direct eye contact with each one of them. There's an interesting technique that actors use to personalize the camera, because it's pretty daunting looking at this empty, personalityless hole. They encourage us to sometimes put a picture of somebody, tape it right under the frame of the lens. Someone that we know really well, somebody that we really care about, somebody that we really believe really needs to get what we're talking about, so we can feel that we're speaking directly to someone that we really love. You can try that. You can experiment with that. That's to avoid us saying, "Hello, how are you today? I hope you are good. I hope you're interested in finding out our strategies to speak online as a real human being." That's the robot version. That's the mechanical version of giving a what is called presentation. I want you to remember all the time that even though you're speaking and the other person isn't interrupting you, you are still, in effect, having a conversation with that person on the other side.